If you guys are looking for a no BS, highly functional, athletic approach to gain strength, to build muscle, and to shred body fat, tap the link in the description, sign up, and follow my functional pump daily workouts inside my training app. You guys get the first 7 days completely free, cancel at any time. All right, guys, I'm gonna be taking you through today's functional pump daily workout. So yesterday we hit legs. Legs are sore. Today we're gonna be focusing mostly on the upper body and core. We have a little bit of lower body, a little bit of full body mixed in, but mostly an upper body and core focused workout. So we're gonna be focusing on some hypertrophy. We're gonna be lifting as heavy as we possibly can while maintaining excellent technique to stimulate growth while also bringing some intensity and some conditioning to the workout, doing this AMRAPS style. So we have two separate 12-minute AMRAPs. So an AMRAP stands for as many rounds or reps as possible. So you're gonna put 12 minutes on the clock for each AMRAP. You're gonna go through all of the exercises as many times as you can, lifting as heavy as you can while maintaining excellent technique throughout. For this workout, I'm using mostly kettlebells. However, I'm gonna use dumbbells for the incline bench press just because I like using dumbbells for bench press a little better than kettlebells. But feel free to use whatever equipment you want and use whatever weights you want. You don't have to use the same weight for each exercise. Feel free to have different weights so that you're maximizing each exercise in the workout. Here we go, 12-minute AMRAP A. We start things off with a single arm or unilateral exercise in the single arm swing clean to strict shoulder press for 6 reps per arm. So 6 reps on one arm and then 6 reps on the other arm. So we start off about a squat stance, so feet a little more than shoulder width. Bell is about 10 to 12 inches in front of the body. We're gonna hinge at the hips to grab our bell. We're gonna tip the bell, so pull the lat down and back. We're gonna hike the bell high in the crotch, jump that weight up smoothly into the front rack position, elbow tight to the body, knuckles pointed towards the ceiling. You're then gonna brace your core, squeeze your glutes, press overhead, lower slowly back down with control to the front rack. From here, we're gonna cast the bell slightly away from the body to allow us to go back into that next swing and back into that next clean. So we're going 6 reps on one arm. Then you guys are gonna switch sides and go 6 reps on the other arm. Next up, we go from a shoulder focus exercise into a more posterior chain focus exercise in the bent over row for 8 reps. There's a little bit of a full body component, just like in exercise 1, because we will be holding ourselves in this hinge position, but primarily we are targeting the back and the lats with the bent over row. So we have 8 total reps here. Feet are gonna be right under the hips. We're gonna hinge at the hips, creating a nice tabletop with our back, keep the spine nice and neutral. We're gonna grab our bells and lift off. We're gonna row towards our belt line, keeping the elbows nice and tight to the body. Squeeze the lats. Lower slowly back down with control. Next up, we're going back to the anterior chain with the chest focus exercise and the dumbbell incline bench press for 10 reps. So we're gonna kick the dumbbells up. From here, bracing the core, pressing the shoulder blades into the bench, pressing up to start our reps. We're gonna lower down with control with the elbows at about a 45-degree angle. We don't necessarily want to be totally out here, puts the shoulder in a weaker position. I find that 45-degree angle to be great and still getting a good stretch through the pecs and isolating the pecs while also protecting the shoulders. So slowly with control, press up through the chest at the top, 10 total reps. Getting into our last exercise of the AMRAP, we have an abs and core focus exercise in the V-up for 12 reps. If you guys want to add weight to this movement, you certainly can to make it more challenging. However, I specifically programmed it to be just body weight to give our grip a little bit of break from holding on to weights for 3 consecutive movements. So do what you want with it, but we're going 12 reps regardless. So first things first, we need to establish the hollow body position. So lower back needs to stay pinned to the floor throughout. Legs are locked out, quads flexed, toes pointed. Upper back is slightly off the ground to create this hollowed out position. Arms extended overhead. From here, we're gonna fold, compress, and reach up for the toes as best we can. Lower slowly back down with control to that hollow body position. All right, guys, once you finish AMRAP A, you're gonna rest anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. So if you're going on the lighter side in terms of weight, maybe not bringing quite as much intensity to that first AMRAP, rest anywhere from 60 to maybe 90 seconds. If you're someone who's really going heavy, really pushing the pace and the intensity in that first AMRAP, I want you resting the full 2 minutes before starting the next AMRAP. So 12-minute AMRAP B is gonna have a very similar structure. We're gonna start off with somewhat of a full body with a vertical pressing focused movement in the kettlebell push press. We then have a horizontal row. We then have a horizontal press with some core mixed in, and then we finish off with some core. So we start things off with the kettlebell push press for 6 reps. So kind of a full body movement with a heavy shoulder focus. So we start off kettlebells 10 to 12 inches in front of the body. Squat stance, we hinge at the hips to grab our bells. We tip the bells, engage the lats, hike the bells high in the crotch, jump them up to the front rack. Elbows nice and tight to the body, knuckles pointed towards the ceiling. This is gonna be a quick dip, so it's not a squat. Quick dip, keeping the chest up. Use that leg drive to then press the weights overhead, lower down slowly with control, and repeat. So it's an explosive exercise, using some leg drive, and of course, using the shoulders. Next, we go into our horizontal row. So we have the single arm gorilla row, alternating arms for 8 reps per arm. So we're starting with a wide stance. So much wider than squat stance. You guys can angle the toes out slightly if you want to. So more of a sumo stance. We're gonna hinge at the hips to reach down and grab our bells. The bells should be slightly in front of the body. So the bells are not directly underneath, slightly in front of the body. We're gonna grab the bells, really creating that tabletop, keeping the spine nice and neutral. From here, we're gonna press down into one bell while we row the other bell. So keep this elbow tight to the body, row towards the belt line, slight rotation at the top for better lat engagement and contraction. Lower right back down with control, press down, and then row on the other side. Next, we get into our horizontal push with the kettlebell hollow body floor press for 10 reps. Feel free to use dumbbells instead if they're more comfortable for you. So we're targeting chest, tris, and shoulders with some core with this movement. So we're gonna start off by lying on our back, getting into that hollow body position. So we went over the hollow body position with the V up. It's gonna be the same exact position with the hollow body floor press. So we're gonna grab our weights, essentially pinning your elbows or triceps into the ground and curling those weights into the front rack position. From here, we're gonna get into the hollow body position. So lower back pinned, quads are flexed, toes are pointed, upper back off the ground to create that hollowed out position. From here, we're just gonna press. Press through the chest, squeeze the chest at the top, lower down slowly with control, pause for a second or two in the bottom, and then press back up explosively. Make sure that lower back stays pinned the entire time. Once you guys finish the 10 reps, you're gonna lower the bells back down to the ground with control. You're then gonna get right into a hollow body position and you're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Now there may come a point in time where you can't hold the full 30 seconds in one shot without having to rest. So you may need to rest and then get back up. You have to accumulate 30 full seconds before you can advance back to exercise number 1. All right, guys, there it is. 25 minutes, fast and effective. Make sure you get this one done. Let me know how you did in the comments. If you guys like this workout, you're gonna love this one right here. Follow along, get after it, suffer through the pain with me. And until the next workout, I'll talk to you guys soon.